Right, it is sort of pack-up day today. It's Thursday, and it's super soggy up here. Last night was just rain, and it just gets in. So I am taking this sucker down this morning. Dr. Alastair's coming up. We're hoping to find a very special creature in the rainforest to finish off the week. And I'm going to make the camp look a bit nicer and get ready to haul everything out tomorrow morning so I can get down south nice and early. So it's a pack up, find a special creature day. It's been great, but I'm heading to the ground. Okay. So that's the green. I just lower it slowly below me. Eventually we get to the ground. Here's some fungus. I've just turned over a little log on the ground. Some fungi growing. Beautiful.
Okay, we going? Yes, well, gosh, here I am with Andrew out in the rainforest. It's just fantastic. It's so wet and green, so different from Hollybank. And we're beside a creek here, and you might, well, let's be honest, what I'm here for is to look for crayfish, because I just love crayfish. And you might expect that in the creek there will be the place to look, and there probably are crayfish in the creek. But the other thing to know is that all over the place in this forest, as we walk down from Andrew's camp, there are crayfish burrows just everywhere. Right up in the forest, way away from the water, a special crayfish that's living there in a place where it can't get water from the creek, doesn't get water from the water table by digging down, actually stores water under the surface in its own special burrow. We might try and get one of those, but we might try and get another crayfish closer to the creek here first. Okay. Here's the external evidence of one of these crayfish. We often call this a chimney. And of course what it is all the soil that the crayfish has thrown out as it's been digging its tunnels underground. Sometimes you get nice little balls of soil that the crayfish has pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed with its claws from deep underground to the top, and then just lets them tumble over the side. Sometimes these can be really tall, especially where they're under a log or somewhere where the rain doesn't wash them away. But they're all over the place here, and we might try digging down to see what we can see inside.
Explain what you're up to, Dr. Alastair.
Well, I'm trying to dig up a crayfish out of this burrow. But the burrow goes in all sorts of different directions, and it's full of the hole is full of gravel too, which makes it very difficult to tell whether what you're feeling is a crayfish or gravel. In fact, it would be really nice if the crayfish would pinch me on the finger, because then I'd know that it was a crayfish and not gravel.
We'll persevere.
Get to the end of this one.
Going on, Dr. Alastair.
Well, this has really been really muddy down here, but I think I have. Yes, definitely. Here it is.
Ah, you beauty.
Aha. Yeah.
Oh, it's quite big, isn't it?
They're not too bad. They get a little bit bigger than that. Maybe we should give him a wash and they will show him in all his beauty.
Okay. Well.
Shooting?
Yeah, so what is this?
Okay, well this is Engaeus fossor. Engaeus fossor. What does it mean? In Greek it means the animal that lives in the soil and digs. Engaeus fossor. And it's a great digger.
So they can pinch?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh.
This is what I do for science.
This is science. And this guy's going back in the ground?
Oh yes, yes. All I'll do is record the locality because I can identify it directly. Ah, there he goes, giving me a bit of a nip. Not very hard.
Leave me alone, Dr. Alastair.
You leave me alone. Okay. Well, here we are way above the creek here now. We had to climb up. I'm still panting a little bit out of the creek. And you wouldn't expect to find a freshwater animal like a crayfish here. But you see all these little green knobs here? Each one of those is the chimney of a crayfish burrow. And up here, there's another species of Engaeus. It's called Engaeus cisternarius. And we called it cisternarius because it makes a cistern underground. Now, a cistern is a cavity for holding water. And what these chaps do is to trap rainwater as it flows down the burrows and store it underground. So they've got somewhere where they can go and make their gills wet every so often, and then they spend the rest of their time in burrows that we can't see, but are not very far under the surface, feeding on roots, on earthworms, anything else that they might find there. So these animals are play a surprisingly important role in the ecosystems that they live in. Their tunnels take air and water down into the soil. And interestingly, these raised up mounds are sometimes important places for seeds to germinate. Seeds don't germinate very well in all this damp leaf litter down here. There are too many chemicals and things there. But up here on the bare earth of the chimneys, they find a place where they can get a start in life. So the crayfish have a number of surprising roles in these ecosystems out here in the rainforest.
So crayfish, in summary, are all right, Alastair.
They certainly are. Crayfish are fascinating.
Thank you, that was awesome.